Okay. I don't know whether to call you Thomas or Wilbur, but anyway, I see right here it says Wilbur Duncan's profile, so I'll just go with Wilbur for right now. All right, so these look good. You got some nice, really nice close-in shots here. We'll take a look at the photo details here. Hopefully, it'll give us some information. Okay, so let's see. It's not really giving me much information, so hard for me to say what you've done here. But I would imagine that maybe you're shooting with a point and shoot camera, and because you can get in nice and tight with most of the point and shoot cameras, or if you had a macro lens on your digital SLR. So in a shot like this looks good. You're in nice and tight. That's exactly what I wanted you to find out. How close can you get in on your subjects? When you're shooting something like this, especially on a lighter color background, you might want to go into the exposure compensation. Here it says exposure bias, and do a little plus 0.7 or plus 1 or something on something like that. And like for most of the shots that you have here of these little characters, that that lighter color background might fool your camera's meter and give you an exposure that's just a tad on the dark side. To where if you went to the exposure compensation and just did a little to the plus, it would brighten it up and give you the value of what you were actually seeing. Okay, good. So all these look good, in terms of shutter speed and hand holding and being able to get in really nice and tight. Um, and nice that you chose, kind of a nice sort of background that just all of them are standing on. That you can kind of give it it gives it a similarity between all the shots, and so that seems to work out really well. But they all look just a little on the dark side. Um, and so I would definitely add a little plus for the exposure compensation. But I'm really happy in terms of what you were able to do to be able to get in really close. It looks like you are familiar, especially since you photographed these little action figures, that you have probably done more of this in the past here too. So but yeah, I guess my only comment would be that you use your exposure compensation, because it looks like you're shooting at a high enough ISO, and your shutter speeds look good if you're hand holding them, because all the shots are sharp, and that's great. And that's that's sometimes those are the things that you run into in terms of problem wise whenever you're shooting in really close. So great job on being able to get the cropped in really close, or focusing in really close with your macro part of your camera. But just work with that exposure compensation, and I think that you will find that you will get a picture that you will like better yourself. Okay, good job. Keep up the good work.